Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Savia for Explain America. It has finally happened, and President Donald Trump is celebrating. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, please check that address in the lower right-hand corner. It's youtube.com/@explainamerica. And when you get there, please hit subscribe, absolutely free. It really helps us out. At long last, after years of former President Joe Biden's horrible leadership, inflation rising and rising every single day. Well, what are we seeing now? Inflation, for the first time in 4 years, has finally cooled. Cooled to a level it hasn't been at in 4 years. Trump's back in the White House less than 2 months, and inflation's coming down. And you're going to see all over the news about recession and this and that because they want you to believe that. They're trying to will it to happen. It's called wagging the dog. They're trying to create a recession by creating panic. I've seen them do this before. It's horrible, but they don't care about you. That's the problem in a nutshell. They just don't care about you. But Donald Trump does. And that's why a new report today, CNN had a report about it. Inflation has cooled to the lowest level it's been in 4 years. This is a massive victory for the Trump administration, for President Donald Trump, and for Republicans. And I predict you're going to keep seeing a cooling of inflation. Prices are going to come back down, and when they do, we're all going to celebrate. Even the people who voted against Trump. And they'll still hate him, but they'll love the fact that prices are getting better. It's kind of weird that way, isn't it? I want you to take a look at this video and let me know what you think in the comments.
This is CNN Breaking News.
We begin this hour with the breaking news. A key report on inflation gives fresh encouragement to Americans increasingly very worried about the state of the U.S. economy. The Consumer Price Index shows annual inflation at 2.8%. The first time it has slowed in some 4 months, and that progress may be short-lived as President Trump escalates his trade wars. Overnight, a 25% tariff went into effect on all steel and aluminum imported into the United States. For Americans, that could drive up prices on things like cars and appliances. On Wall Street, the Dow opened stronger, going up more than 200 points, but now a retreat. The Dow down about 100 points, as you can see. Let's go live now to CNN business and politics correspondent Vanessa Yurkevich, watching all of this in New York for us. Vanessa, let's begin with this new report on inflation here in the United States. What's the headline?
Well, this is welcome news for consumers. Prices in February fell for the first time in 4 months. Prices in February, month over month, increased about 0.2%, and on an annual basis, 2.8%. So that's encouraging news for consumers. We saw in this report that shelter, that is rent, made up half of all increases in the report. But we did see decreases on things like gas and also airline fares. Good news for consumers on that front. Also, we were watching food prices very, very closely. Food ticking up 0.2%, and we were watching eggs, Wolf, again, 10.8%, that's the increase, 10.4%, that's the increase on the monthly basis alone. But markets this morning, reacting to the news at last check, they were mixed. The Dow was up 200 points on this inflation news, but investors quickly forgot about that and then turned their attention to this trade war, now this global trade war, after a 25% tariff went into effect on aluminum and steel coming in from countries around the world. And the EU responding very quickly with their own retaliatory tariffs on $28 billion worth of goods. We are waiting, though, Wolf, on retaliatory tariffs that will be announced, presumably by other countries. We will see what that means for U.S. consumers and markets who have been, it's been very volatile for them in the last 2 days. Right now, a mixed picture, but the day is young, Wolf.
Still very young. Vanessa Yurkevich in New York for us. Thank you.